Hello friends, welcome to Digi Thoughts and Sandeep here. Let's see today small settings to prevent harassment and fraud prevention calls. Yes, all Android mobiles are having settings to prevent this spam calls and harassment calls. And let's see how to do that. And for that, you need to get into settings first. Yes, and in settings, scroll down. Yeah, for privacy. So we have here privacy. Yes, now just get into the privacy here. Yes, in privacy. Yes, in privacy, now scroll down. So you will be having here harassment and fraud prevention. You can see here. So this is harassment and fraud prevention. So you can block and filter. So unknown number identification, pseudo base station blocking. Let's see one by one how to do this and block and filter. So you can block calls, you can block messages, you can blacklist, or from blacklist you can whitelist, you can block call notifications. So all these can be done. And some call, if you find it's a spam call or maybe a business call, maybe harassment call, directly you can block calls. Now you can set rules here for blocking all calls. Blocking all calls from unknown numbers, block unknown numbers by region. So you can give all these settings also. So block all calls from unknown numbers. If you don't want to have any unknown number, you can enable this. Block unknown numbers by region wise. Sometimes maybe some Somalia or maybe from Nigeria or maybe from specific areas. If you don't want to access those numbers, just you can block. Yeah, now block one ring calls. If somebody is giving just one ring, you can always block such calls. Now block calls from hidden numbers. Even this can be enabled. Now you can see here block numbers marked as scam, nuisance, telemarketing, real estate agent. Yeah, all these you can block. Yeah, don't block repeated calls. If a number is repeatedly coming, maybe some important or maybe some emergency or maybe someone is trying to convey something, so don't block such calls. These all are as per our choice. We can enable these calls. This is recording blocking calls. Now you can similarly you can block messages also, and even you can give some keywords for spam messages. Once this is done, so this is all about blocking and filter. Now we have pseudo base station blocking. What is this pseudo base station blocking? Now pseudo base stations are cellular base stations disguised. Yes, these are disguised stations as the base stations of actual mobile network carriers. So they pretend as the actual mobile network carriers, but they are not. They are used by criminals to send fraudulent messages and advertisements to phones via counterfeit numbers, which can pose great risk for customers. So it's always better to avoid such spamming and criminal calls. So you can enable this pseudo base station blocking. Now unknown number identification. Yes, so you can always use the network and online internet based, and you can identify those unknown numbers, and if you want to block, still you can block. So online identification of unknown numbers can be enabled here. Update using mobile data, that also can be done. Quick actions for calls from unknown numbers, that also can be enabled. About auto ID sources. So these all are the few things that you can enable, that you can always use to prevent harassment and fraud calls. These are the few settings which can be enabled right now immediately, and this is highly recommended to all the users. And if you really like this video, please subscribe the channel and encourage me. Thank you for watching this video.